everyone. Welcome to another episode of GenrePlay. We're back with a new game that's probably going to be in Kickstarter around this time. We're recording in advance. And it's called Unbound Realms. We are here with the CDO of Unbound Realms and Aspire Games, Stephen. I want to call you Timbaland for a second. And this is episode 2, session 2 of us going through the game with Greg as the game master. So, Greg, do you want to catch him up on what happened?
Yeah. And just to remind people who don't know, Steve is also the creator, maker, everything of Star Wars 5e. So it's
yes, I am the creator of that one. Yes, by myself. Yeah. So that's not hubris. I literally was.
That's the DNA that gave birth to Unbound Realms, I guess, beginning, right?
Yeah. Alrighty. We are back to Horizon, a planet, a world away from everything else, far, far away, sometime in the future. Maybe. We started this campaign at Dusty Gulch, where you all found a certain Colton Tran, that's right, that was his name, a marshal of this little town. He was in charge of protecting a certain shipment on a train. To remind everyone, if they don't remember, we have Asher Dust, who is a gunslinger. Say hi, Asher.
Howdy.
We have Timbaland, the halfling berserker thing. Yep. We have I'm gonna say it wrong, aren't I? Daphne. Fuck. Don't laugh at me, Marks.
Just think Scooby-Doo, dog.
Daphne, the operative businesswoman, we'll say, right?
Yeah. Banker.
Banker. We have Lucy, the companion, and other things. Artiste, I think is your official class in this system.
Correct.
And we have the man of the book, the Reverend himself, Alucius Jeremiah.
Aloysius Jeremiah Proofraw.
I like how you get that better than Daphne.
It's because for him, I have to look every time, so I read it off verbatim. Daphne, I think I have it in my head, and I don't. But anywho, you all made a deal with him, being paid, I think it was 100 silvers for a trip, and that turns to gold if there's trouble along the way.
Which there was.
You all went on to the train. Yeah. You all went on to the train, just to put this up as a reminder. I meant to be sharing my screen. I'm such an idiot. Oh, well. I'm going to share it now.
We all got the image.
You all see it, but
every
they don't.
Character coming up at introduction, and
that's funny because I didn't even pick up you weren't sharing either, right? So the introductions make so much less sense now. Yeah.
Go back and give everyone a little wiggle.
Yeah. There you go. You can see there's the crew. There's Colton over here that you can see. Not the Colton that plays a character. The Marshall Colton.
Just we're gonna call him Marshall Tran from now on.
Marshall Tran. Anyway, you all went to get on the train, this Aether power train. Aether, is a pretty volatile rock. The fact that it's volatile means it also puts out lots of energy generation in terms of heat, which is what powers the whole steam engine revolution of this planet. It has a blue glow, which is where that glow is. There, you also met. I think I have a prop for him. No, I don't. I thought I did. That's weird. I guess not. A Grom Ironbeard, the certain person from the mining consortium who is in charge of taking care of this large, high-powered, volatile rocks of Aether that he has in the last cart of this train. It's disguised to look like a luggage cart, but indeed it is where this guy has been staying. He keeps the door mostly locked. You've talked to him. You've seen his gadgets that he has, including a jetpack, among other things in his bag. But you left him alone. Now, you also came across, while you were on the train, and after it started going off, you had to talk with... what the hell was his name? I didn't write him down, really?
That nervous fellow.
That nervous fellow is his name. Elias Finch, a wiry middle-aged man, who is Daphne's competition to some degree. And he had strangely enough, a briefcase that was chained to his wrist with some alloy, very strong handcuff to himself. After talking with him, you notice he's nervous. He didn't really want to hang out, though with some crazy rolls, you were able to anyway. And Alucius heard some interesting things going on in his mind when he was detecting thoughts. Other than that, you all eventually continued on for a day. When the train came to a stop, the engine had overheated. It's a problem that is rare, but it happens on these trips. And during that time, when the train was getting started again, these interesting wolves started coming out. The wolf-looking creatures started coming out of the works here. They were called Aether Beast or something like that. I actually don't remember what I call them. That's my bad. But you saw them attacking the train. There you go. Whew. I couldn't figure out how to make them bigger.
It's a nice slideshow.
Yeah.
Cool.
See? You saw them attacking the train. You all fought them off. I think only Asher really took much damage. Timberland a little bit. But you all were able to fight them off. You killed them. You beheaded them and all these other gruesome things. You actually took some Aether crystals off of them that gave you some amount of money that you can sell them for. Before the train started heading off again. You still have a couple of days before you get to New Horizon, which is the large city that you're heading to deliver this shipment. I think that's where we left off, unless you guys remember anything I forgot.
It's a good sum up.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to want to see a slideshow every recap from now on. Is that cool?
It would have been better if I actually showed the slides at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. It's new.
Sorry, I'm messing with the new VTT, which I think is kind of cool, called Owlbear Rodeo. It's actually free if anyone wants to try it out. You get like half a gig of stores for free and stuff.
Whoa! We're only promoting one thing today.
Unbound Realms, get out of the way.
Go play Unbound Realms on Owlbear VTT.
There you go.
So
do we have any time to heal or recover from our injuries?
Yeah, you would have. Well, you don't know, but you can at least take a short rest. I'll say you guaranteed a short rest.
I think we resolved a short rest at the end of the last session. I think that's correct because I fully healed.
So you probably are you still hurt on Asher?
Yeah, I'm down 19. So is it just like normal short rest then? Just roll?
You can only do 2 a day, but otherwise, yep.
Okay.
Or 2 per long rest, I should say.
2 per long rest. You can only do 2 short rests per long rest, but you can spend as much hit dice during that short rest as you want, right?
Correct. Yep, and it's 1 at a time, just like normal. We also have a new one called a quick rest, which is 1 minute, and it just lets you spend a hit die at the end. So if you only want to spend a hit die, you can do it faster.
Oh, okay. Can you only do 1 hit die when you do that, or?
So it's 1 at a time. So you spend a minute, hit die, another minute, hit die, another minute, hit die, so on.
It's a breather.
Correct. That's exactly what it is. It's just a quick breather. And there are some things that play with it well too. Like if you use a healing potion over a quick rest, it maxes. It's auto max. If you cast a healing spell over a quick rest, it auto maxes. So basically, out of combat healing is a little bit slower, but it's way more effective.
Okay,
makes sense.
I was able to
make sure you get every drop.
Up to get to my new max because we're all level 3 now. So
correct.
Yeah, but your current would have went up with your level. But yeah.
Oh well, either way,
doesn't matter.
It's all good.
Oh, right.
Did we
I
say what
assume you
classes we are in the game? Because we probably should say that real quick.
Oh, do you guys want to go through what you got for your third levels?
Yeah.
Could be interesting. You want to start with Asher Dust? If you're the one who mentioned it, unless you're not ready.
Sure. Let me just pull up the image here. So names and stuff will probably change, right, Steven, whenever the final game result.
Yeah, let me intercede just real quick. So subclasses in Unbound Realms, unlike in traditional 5e, all occur at third level, and they all function very similarly. You get bonus traits, which are basically just little minor things that occur that are very important for the build. It might be a skill proficiency. It might be a tool proficiency. Asher has some very gunslinging focused ones, so that's very that's part of every subclass. If you multi-class, you only get them once, however. And then every class gets 2 third level features.
And we're playtesting, so a lot of this is just playtesting stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, we can change. I get close quarter shooter now, so I no longer have disadvantage on ranged focused attacks. They're close quarters.
He got burnt last session. He was like, I gotta have this.
I gotta have it. And additionally, once per turn, I get advantage on one ranged weapon damage roll. So,
nice.
Yeah, and then I got there's a dabble strategist, snapshot dabble. And
that should not say focus. I'm sorry. That should say weapon attacks. Focus would not make sense for you.
Okay. And a snapshot just means I can, if I miss with a range attack that's closer to 30 feet, within 30 feet, I can use a bonus action to repeat the attack against a creature within 15 feet and behind initial target. So you got to get a little second chance.
Harder to miss.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then there's some bonus traits like Expert Shooter and Swift. Walking speed increases by 5 feet. Expert Shooter allows me to shoot longer. My normal range is increased basically by 5 times, half my proficiency. Now if I'm wielding both with weapons in 2 hands, it increases by full proficiency. So a lot of double shooter stuff. I like that with that character. And my character class is a champion, by the way. It's one of the main character classes. So.
Champion. All right, let's go with Lucy. What did Lucy get? Lucy Goosey.
Bonus trait, which basically retcons that I can use my charisma bonus instead of my intelligence bonus for my casting. A modified biochemist pack, so basically biochemistry is her subclass at their level. So she can now create corrosive mixtures, invigorating mixtures, or noxious mixtures. So basically her temporary hit points and the damage that she does is basically buffed.
So she can roofie them, she can Viagra them, and then she can get rid of the evidence.
100%. Yep, all of the above. Yep. That's it, pretty much.
Cool.
There's some other cool biochem modifications that I can do, but I haven't really read into that much.
What about Ulysses Jeremiah Plufrock?
Well, I pretty much finished up my character for first and second level, and picked up a boatload of psychic talents. Not talents in terms of necessarily the game definition of talents, but I'm just using that as a place marker. Easy way to just say I got some more psychic abilities. I picked up some new spells. Essentially, the 2 big spells that I got were second degree, Blinding Smite and Hammer of the Gods, which are purely offensive spells. I did pick up some more healing abilities and some an arcanic trait and an archon subclass.
That's the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, we did find out that Ulysses can actually fight last time, huh? Then we got Daphne Bigspike.
Daphne's class is operative, and she gets sneak attack at 3rd level. So if she meets the conditions, she does more damage. Or she can forego the damage to learn things about her targets, which is a cool feature of
like an
this
analyze
system.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. Her subclass deals with trying to get hit even less, or if she's going to get hit, having someone else next to her get hit instead. So The in as much as it has a name, I think the subclass is the Disguiser. It uses either illusion or disguises to appear as someone else to give that effect, that mirror image effect of "Am I here? Am I here? Oh, you hit this. I'm not there." Type of interaction.
Okay, you're like a displacer beast now.
Mm-hmm.
The
speaking of DM, can I have or find a disguise kit? I really need it for my subclass.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you knew you were going that way, I'm sure you would have had one as part of your whole thing.
Okay. I think
bag.
I have the credits to pay for the equipment if I can retroactively do that, but it's important.
Yeah, I bet. And then Timberland. What did Timberland get?
So Timberland is a berserker, so I unlocked Reckless Attack finally, and now I also I took a throwing archetype, so I have an increased thrown range for all weapons that have the thrown property, and then the ones that don't now gain it. So I can throw everything. And then let's see, my range increases for weapons, for throwing weapons, and also for throwing things like grenades or whatever. My throwing range for that also increases.
Oh.
I've got a new ability where I can repeat a missed attack against a creature using my bonus action for a throwing weapon. And then let's see. That's really the big stuff. Yeah, 6th level is really the big one where I can start throwing people. But
Is Timberland the one who got the grenade? I forget. Who got that grenade?
I don't think so. Maybe
I thought someone got grenades from Grom.
I dug around his bag, but I didn't steal anything.
Yeah, I thought he gave you. Maybe he didn't. Okay. I thought he gave you one.
He gave
I thought there was a gun in question that he was very upset about. Yeah, he gave the gun to Lucy.
He took the gun back.
Yeah.
That was a natural one on a persuasion, I think, or something, if I remember right.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy.
So anyway, continuing on, you all take a little breather. You get some of your hit points back. The train continues on down the tracks. What do you all... Oh, I have my sound effect thing off. There we go. What do you all do now? If you want, you can just set up again to do what you're doing, or if you wanted to interact with anybody.
we're still guarding that door, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
2 people at any given point. The I don't know who would be on duty. It was last time it was Timberland and Daphne were, I think, watching before.
Some combination.
Right? Yeah.
Daphne will have a brief interaction with Lucy, and just after Lucy had briefly played interference with Grom while Lucy was looking around, we'll say, "Lucy dear, that bag of his is filled with," and she'll list the fun items that she was able to see in there. "I didn't pilfer anything because I'd like us to get paid when we arrive, but just for future information in case you want to do a little digging."
Thank you, darling.
There was a lot there.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I wish I hadn't rolled a 1 on that. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Daphne disperses the information that she has, and that's all I need to do other than post up and make sure we get paid.
Yeah, you saw goggles, you saw these bullets, you saw this badge, you saw grenades, a mechanical arm, a cloak, stuff like that.
What's the sweaty guy doing?
Elias, he is keeping to himself still. You notice that he, without having to roll, your passive would notice that he hasn't slept the whole time. He's getting some bags under his ears. His eyes are a little red. And he's still got still always
I
looks
heard
a little...
that. I heard that too, Marks. I'm like, bags under his ears?
Eyes.
Yeah, so Lucy's gonna, after that, after the interaction with the wolves, she's gonna go over to the sweaty fellow.
All right. Are you doing the same thing with Aloysius listening in, or is Aloysius gonna...
I don't know if Aloysius wants to listen in, I don't know. But yeah, you see Lucy go back over to the sweaty dude with the suitcase. And we've leveled up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You feel like you learned a lot in that last battle.
Okay. She's gonna walk over to his table again. And do you mind if I join you again? That was a taxing event that we had there.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Or sorry. Yeah, that was unexpected, yeah.
And you said it's how many days?
About 2.
Tried another 2 days, so it's been a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's gonna sit down next to him. After having obviously gone to the bartender and get another whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Fella, you sure look tired. You sure you don't want to take me up on my earlier offer and find a quieter place so we can get to know each other a little better?"
Roll a persuasion. I'll tell you right now, you need like 23 or so to get him, 22 maybe, to get him. He looks really not interested in general, but maybe you're very persuasive.
I got a 17 total.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to cast a spell. I mean, use one of my modules on him just for fun.
While you're doing this, what is everyone else doing? I assume Timberland and Daphne went back, unless you say otherwise. You went back to finishing your shift that you were on watching.
Yeah, I'm back in there, just hanging out.
What about Ulysses and Asher?
I guess until my shift, we'll perhaps walk around the different cars and kind of just look around, see if there's anything suspicious. Anything going on.
All right. As you walk around, you roll a investigation. What were you saying, Chaz?
Well, I didn't realize Mark's wasn't finished. I'll wait till that's all resolved.
Okay. Let me know what you roll with investigation.
I got 11.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything that stands out per se, other than the fellow Lucy's talking to. Marshall Colton, you see him drinking, which is weird. He's having a bit of a whiskey.
I'll sit by him and get a drink.
You'll do what?
I'll sit by him and get a drink. Like, okay. I'll have one, what he's having.
All right. You will be able to get a drink. The steward will bring it to you. And then what about Ulysses?
Again, how far away am I from Lucy and the guy she's talking to?
As far as you want to be. The train cars are like 20 feet at least length. So you could be
okay. I just want to be within 60 feet. Let's say that I'm, and
yeah, you can be pretty far and inconspicuous.
Yeah, I'm gonna expend one of my magic channel uses and read his mind and emotions while Lucy's talking to him.
He rolled a 11, which I don't think saves against the DC of that. But assuming there is a save, I'm pretty sure. I think there was a save last time.
He has to make a will saving throw.
Yeah, he failed that. You get into his head.
Okay, so now it says
we'll say that it happens now.
I'll know what he's actively thinking about and his current emotion.
Alrighty. What is Lucy doing now?
So she takes a sip of her whiskey. Is he drinking anything or eating or anything?
From what you can tell, it looks like water.
Water. Okay. I'm wondering if I should roofie him.
He does drink quite a bit,
So he's a sweaty fellow, so he drinks a lot of water, apparently. So fella, just between you and I, that Martian fellow over there said that this cargo that we're guarding on this transport, one of the fellows here might be a mole. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I am going to give him a roll. He says to you, "No, why would I know anything about that? I don't know anything. Do you need to be here?" Aulicious hears. Why would she think about that? Why is she looking at me? Does she know about the Aether?
Now, his emotion, does he seem afraid that she's found something, or afraid that, like, you know?
Extremely nervous, from what you can tell.
Okay, all right.
Me roll. Ooh, I rolled a natural 1 on that. Yeah.
Ooh, a natural 1. Yeah.
You know that the Aether was supposed to be hidden. That no one was supposed to know about that.
But he knows about it.
I know about it.
Yeah, I'll say with a natural 1, he even says, "Did he know the last car is the Aether?"
Oh, so he just could disregard my whole mention of we're here to guard the Aether?
Did you? I don't think you ever said you were here to guard the Aether to him, did you? Or did I miss that?
Yeah,
I don't remember it, but
yeah, I did.
You did? Oh,
I basically said the marshal hired us to protect the Aether.
Oh, that's funny.
And he said that there might be a mole amongst us.
Yeah. Well, Marshal Colton thinks that there was a mole in his on his side. Yeah. The okay. Then he will say he will take a little further and say that's weird. She's not supposed to know about the Aether or something like that. Something that gives away that he knows about it when he shouldn't. But
So
only
the only people who are supposed to know about the Aether are the marshal, the dwarf who's guarding it, who hasn't left that carriage, and us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can roll an insight if you want on him.
That's gonna be.
Is it over 15?
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's a.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's a 12.
Okay. He says, I don't know. I don't really need company here. If do you need something? He does seem with your 12, he does seem more nervous since you brought up the Aether. For sure.
I'm gonna walk over to
roll a perception real quick too.
Refill my whiskey.
Okay. No, you're rolling a crap. Okay.
That's an 8.
Yeah, never mind. What's your passive?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
I have no bonus. I have no perception bonus.
Never mind.
I roll 8 on the die.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess I'll leave you alone, fella. You sure you don't want a whiskey or anything other than that water you've been drinking?
No. I really just want to be left alone. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're a pretty lady, but I really just want to be left alone. He looks very nervous. Yeah, Aulicious hears, God, I just want to get this over with and get this briefcase off.
Lucy goes to the bar. Gets another whiskey.
Alrighty. When Asher sits down with Colton, he's holding his necklace, which looks to be like the remains of a bullet, like a bullet it's hit something and it's been kind of squished. As bullets can become, but it's attached to this leather thong. And he's messing with it a little bit. He looks at it, takes a drink, looks at you and says, this bullet is the bullet that killed my partner. These goddamn bandits, all of them. If I could just pull a lever, start up some steam miracle that they come up with these days, and wipe them all out, kill them all, I'd do it. I wouldn't even blink.
Is Lucy hear this? And this is the marshal speaking?
Yep. This would have been at the same time you were doing your thing. Alulicious probably hears it off in the background. But,
Mentally or physically?
Either.
Okay, all right. Gotcha.
Because
Understood.
you have the ability to hear multiple people now, right? So, yeah.
So Asher would be just like, I understand. I can understand that feeling. Be like, like what I click glasses with them or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll hold it up.
Like
click
I
glasses.
feel like I knew a cult in another life almost, and kind of like wink at the fourth wall.
He breaks the fourth wall.
I hate that name. I don't know why my mother gave it. No.
Wow. Where's the love?
So who was this partner of yours?
Oh, his name was Joe. There's not much to know about him. But yeah, Joe was a good guy, as straight as an arrow. Yeah, I don't know. Had a family too. That damn Red.
That what now? You just said
That damn Red is
Red.
Yeah, Red. He's honestly, I
Is that
wouldn't be
Bandit?
surprised if he takes a move on this cart somehow. But I'm just hoping he doesn't know about it.
Have I ever heard of a bandit named Red?
Roll a lore.
14.
14. You've heard the name go around as like a train bandit, a train hijacker, but don't know too much. He's a tiefling. His skin color's red.
Incident. What do you think this Red knows about this train?
I sure hope not. But I do think there's some informant, and I don't know who it is. So I'd be prepared for anything. Say, don't you have a job to do? As he takes a drink.
Well, I got hurt a bit, It's got a last bit of my medicine. Well, feeling good now.
Oh, that reminds me. As Lucy comes over to the bar, she pulls out the pistol that Asher gave her from under her dress and gives it back to him.
Oh, yeah.
Because she realized that the dwarf came and took one of your 6-shooters away from you. And I don't want you to be without your 6-shooter, darling.
Thank you, man.
So you show up about this time and hand the pistol.
All right, I grab and do some little fling around and holster it.
You do the Doc Holliday with a cup.
Flourish, yeah.
R.I.P. by the way.
Yeah.
He died since last time we played.
That actor, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna get up and work my way back to the back train car.
Yeah.
So who's on watch right now?
Daphne and Timbaland.
Okay.
Ali, let's just roll assuming you're staying there and you're going to keep trying to listen in.
Concentrating on your mind reading.
Concentrating on your mind reading. Roll a...
Well, I only get 1 minute's worth.
Actually, before I go, can I stop?
You only get 1 minute. Okay.
Can I do that dramatic, move and then turn? Remember, I wanted to say something and be like, if Red was to attack, what's his usual MO or whatever they would say in the Wild West? Usual tactic.
Well, he usually has some convoluted plan that involves him flying in on his little jetpack he has. Last I've heard.
Ooh, jetpack. I hope he does come because I want a jetpack.
He always has his boys too.
Who's his boys? You mean just his bandits?
Let me see how much he knows of this. He'll know one. He'll say, yeah, the only one I really heard about at least had Koro something evidence. There's a big orc fellow, half orc, I guess. He's I think they call him Big. Goes around with a shovel. Kind of weird, but they're all kind of weird, to be honest. As a new cat gets equipped into the cat slot.
New cat slot.
All right. Now I'll head on down there.
Oh, right. Let's just roll let's call it a perception or investigation. You can choose, because either slightly different, but either could give you something.
Well, I've got proficiency in both of them, so let's see here. Well, I'm going to go with perception because that'll give me a 15.
Okie dokie. 15. 15 is around the border. You hear the guy say with the suitcase, Elias, he says, I just God, I wish it was over. I just hope the conductor does his part. And then it goes away.
Okay. Now, were we all aware previously that the Aether would have been in the last car?
Yeah, you knew it was in the last car. You've been there and seen it.
All right.
It has like some type of
right.
Yeah, has some type of suspension system to try to negate the roughness of a train and stuff.
Okay. So I'm going to.
You're on mute there.
Sorry, I was just going because this is unstable Aether. I was remembering last session.
Right.
Sorry, Jazz.
Yeah.
That's okay. I am going to see if I can catch up with Asher and tell him.
You three are basically at the same place at this point if you wanted to be.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna excuse me. Sorry. I'm gonna let him know that we have been compromised.
Lucy told him.
Well, no, because we did. I previously none of us knew that this was like a conspiracy kind of thing. If the guy with the suitcase, the sweaty man, is hoping that the conductor does his part, then that means that he's hoping that the conductor will slow the train when the bad guys show up, which means that the whole situation has already. And he might either the man with the suitcase and or the conductor might be the moles. Might be more than one.
Mm-hmm. Who are you talking? You're talking to me, and who else is there?
Lucy. Lucy Goosey.
Maybe we should pay this conductor a little visit.
And just one other thing. Did we absolutely confirm that there was Aether in the back, in the rear car? Or just that it's supposed to be there?
Just that it's supposed to be there. We may have gotten a blue glow.
You got a little bit of a blue glow, that was it?
Yeah, we have a very cranky dwarf telling us not to jiggle the contraption. And
then the marshal told us.
And the guy who's paying us to guard it told us that the thing was
quick. We need to run in there and just pick it up and throw it up in the air and see what happens.
Well, here's the deal. The thing that started running through my head is if this sheriff really wants to get this guy bad enough, how do we know that this whole thing isn't a complete setup?
Oh, that the sheriff set it up to try to get shot at Red? Yeah.
Yes.
Why have us guard it? I guess to guard it until what's his butt shows up.
Not to guard it, but to have extra firepower on hand when Red shows up to make sure that he goes down.
That's a good point.
It's possible, yeah. If it wasn't a possibility, it is now that you told the GM.
Greg, who all's in this car right now? So we have the sweaty fellow, the three of us, Asher, Lucy, and Aloysius.
Yeah.
The marshal.
Yeah, the marshal's in the car back one, but
Okay.
yeah, the you have a bunch of randos, about 2 other randos. You have Tilly, who is the halfling female mayor that you talked to before, that's heading to the city to do some negotiations. But other than that, just a couple more randos, yeah.
Maybe Lucy, maybe Lucy, you should pay the conductor a little visit. Work your womanly charms on him. Maybe work better than a sweaty man.
And what do we know about the conductor, that he's in cahoots with the sweaty man?
All you heard was the sweaty man says he hopes the conductor does
That's what the voices tell Lucius.
I hear the voices.
Oh, voice.
They tell me the things.
And he's still holding the book up in the air. He hasn't let it down. That's why his biceps are so big. There you go.
Yeah. At this point, I would say the typical time that you would switch who's watching what would occur at this point. Daphne and Timberland would be wondering where the replacements are.
Okay. Well, yeah, Asher will go over there. I feel like a Lucius combo would really work well to get a mole, right? You seem to be doing a good combo.
Every conversation is Lucy trying to persuade, rolls a natural 1, and then wonders if she should roofie them.
I have faith in you. This conductor, it's going to work. This conductor is kind.
Basically what's been happening. All right, so you know what? I'm going to take Asher and Aloysius' advice. I'm just going to go wander up towards the front of the train. And yeah. Let me know locked. Let me know when I get to the front.
You will notice it's locked, and if you try to go through it, the steward will actively engage you.
Okay, I'm all about active engagement.
Train Silvercoat. He comes over and says, "Pardon me, sir, but I'm afraid, or pardon me, ma'am, but I'm afraid you do not belong up here. Perhaps you could get a drink or something."
Oh, I had plenty of drinks. That's why I wanted to go for a walk. I'm trying to walk it off. Well, ain't you cute? Are you all official like here on this train? Is it your job to give people directions?
Why, yes, it is. I've been told by many women folk, usually my height, he's a dwarf, usually around my size anyway, that I do look quite dashing indeed.
Oh, dashing is an understatement, sir. I was wondering if you could show me to a sleeping car. I'd love to take a nap.
Oh, sure, madame. Right this way. And he actually put out his arm, kind of up.
Okay.
It will start leading you to the sleeping cart.
Do it.
What about
Daphne's like, do it. You're not it.
Aloysius, I think, was following to prepare to do his part and just sees you do this and then turn the other way.
Who was doing Aloysius.
Yeah. Asher, you do make it to the back cart with Daphne and Timberland, and you can fill them in if you choose without having to roleplay that, obviously.
I will choose to do so, yes.
So to make sure I understand, Elias wants to get rid of the briefcase, is in cahoots with the conductor, is stressed about something. He always is, but something more so now. And Lucy and Aloysius are heading up to interact with the conductor. Am I up to speed?
That's about right.
Do you think I'll interrupt anything if I have a conversation with my good friend Elias?
Go for it.
Your good pal.
I believe he had choice words about you, yes.
I purposefully named my character someone who, behind her back, could be called a bitch very easily.
Yeah.
Bitch fight.
Yep, you got it. Cool, Asher dear. If you would take my place, I'll be right back.
As Daphne goes to leave, I'm just going to heft my axe and just say, if we want that case, and just kind of leave it unsaid from there.
Points at you from across the cart. I might be. If you see me come out from the cart ahead with Elias, do follow, dear.
And he'll just kind of reposition himself so he's watching the other direction, able to see both, basically.
All right. As Daphne goes back to the front, Lucy's going back to the back-ish, middle of the cart. You all do cross paths as you see Lucy walking into a sleeping quarters with the steward.
Let her do her thing.
She knowingly looks at Aloysius like towards the head of the train. Now's your chance to go interact with the conductor.
But if
Okay.
I will very quietly let them proceed ahead and just step back quietly.
Open the door to the compartment, smile at him. No, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So first, Lucy, inside this compartment, it's just like 4 bunks. It's pretty crude but comfortable. You can see the desert going by out the one window here. And the steward lets go of your arm. I assume you're holding his arm he put out, and he lets go of you and says, "Now, my dear, this is the place that you can have a nice sleep. If you're tired at all."
Oh, well, sweetheart, I think you didn't understand my meaning. When I said nap, I meant lay with you. And she like walks over and very seductively. And yeah, she's trying to seduce him. She's trying to get him to.
I give him a 50-50 chance of something.
And she goes, "This one's on the house, darling."
On the house. Roll a persuasion or performance, because this is technically your performing your profession.
17.
17. He says, "Now I am on my job, and it would be negligent of me to take too long here." So
Fade
as
to
long
black.
as that we're
Fade to black.
quick.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and roll one more time a performance roll to see how long you can keep them occupied.
Oh, come on, bro.
Hey, we need to determine how long you have them
That's
occupied.
that's an 18 on the die. So her bonus
Jesus,
on,
okay.
on performance is 7. So yeah.
All right, as long as you want.
20,
Okay.
25.
He is a dwarf. So we go towards Aloysius. As you turn around to go back to the front, you do see Daphne sitting down with Aloysius.
With Elias?
Elias, fuck. You see, Aloysius sees
I think
Daphne
you're
sit
sitting
down with
down with
Elias.
my doppelganger. Yeah.
Do you want to? What is Aloysius going to do while that goes on? Are you going to read the guy's mind? Or are you going to go to the conductor? Or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to go up and get to the conductor.
All right.
Sorry, are we talking conductor or engineer? Because the engineer actually drives the train. The conductor is just the
I'm an engineer.
Okay.
They have an engineer here who handles the engine, and then you would know, you didn't see him, but you would know that there would also be some type of like lookout, or sometimes they're called lookout, sometimes they're called train walker, sometimes they're called whatever, but they're the ones who look ahead to see if there's any blockage on the train.
Now, are they both going to be in the same spot?
They would usually be in the same place, yeah. But as you walk up, you do get a bit of a conversation as Daphne says, "What?"
Daphne just drops into the seat next to Elias, like puts a strand of hair behind her ear, looks at Elias. "My dear, sweet competitor, you are a wreck. What's going on, Mr. Finch?"
That's...
Don't bullshit me. You have a briefcase tied to your wrist.
I would let you do either a persuasion or a charisma-based, well, it always charisma-based intimidation. Either one that works for you.
Sounds good. Let me see what I'm better at. Persuasion.
There's multitudes of success here. Very high is a very good success, but anywhere in between will possibly do something.
Oh,
Natural one.
Sex. This man is uncrackable.
He says to you, even though he's nervous, he says, I do believe I still make quite a bit more money than you with my shop. Just saying a competitor might be a bit of a stretch in this case, but it is what it is.
She smiles a smile that doesn't reach her eyes and says, you make an excellent point. The fact still remains, unless he blocks her somehow drums her fingers on the outside of the briefcase.
Mm.
You have this attached to you, darling, and you don't want it there. Would you like some help with this? I sense you might want to get off whatever train you're on.
No, I want to stay on this train for sure. Roll perception, by the way. With advantage because you actually touched the suitcase.
Cool. Both great rolls now, 22.
22. You hear in the suitcase
So from back to front, the train cars are Aether car, storage car where we've been posting watch, and then the car that I'm in with Elias?
No, your Elias is way up towards the front.
Oh, that really messes with my mind picture.
Sorry. You have this like the sleeping cart, then you have like the bar cart, and then you have a few passenger carts.
Boy, I was watching him from the storage car last session. He moved.
Oh, my bad.
Nope, that's
somehow
okay.
He was in a different cart at that time.
A lot of action happened with the wolves. Makes sense that he would move. Okay, I need to rethink my plan because Timberland cannot see me. Go ahead and pop to Aloysius if that's okay with you. While I figure out
Aloysius, you get up there. The store's not there to stop you, but there is still a locked door there. They don't really let people go into the engine usually. It's a door with a slight metal frame to a overall wooden door. It has a window out to the engine room. Looking across, you can see where it actually goes into a door into the engine room. The engine door looks a bit more sturdy. Not sure if it's locked or not, but the current door that you're at, which is a wooden door with metal frame, is locked. You pull the latch and it doesn't move.
Don't really have a good way to get through that.
Daphne sees this and thinks,
Huh.
Can you pick locks, Daphne?
It's my role.
What would I if I did try to pick the lock, what would I be rolling against?
If you wanted to just try to pick the lock in the open, you would probably still need lockpicking tools regardless.
Oh yeah, no, not even close.
Unless, Steven, you have different rules in this where...
You've got it right. If you want to use a tool, you have to have the tool. That's the difference between tools and skills. There's a feat that lets you get around that for a specific tool, but you have to specifically take the feat, which nobody here did.
Yeah, not even close.
This is the third cat, yes.
Yeah. You keep unequipping and re-equipping a different cat.
Yep.
I like that they all sit in the same position too, like they know they're just taking their turn.
Different shoulder.
This is the wrong shoulder, the opposite shoulder.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Technically, there's 2 cat slots, but it's very hard to get them both filled.
So dual wielding cats is the real challenge.
That needs to be a character class.
Okay, well, I'll just knock on the door, and I'll knock insistently on the door.
That's a great method.
Yeah. They may need to pray or something, or speak to have a confession.
You
or
start
something.
knocking. Nothing's going to happen immediately when you do that, but you continue to knock. Daphne, do you know what you're going to do now?
Knock and it shall be answered.
Yeah, exactly. Daphne makes eye contact with Aloysius when he realizes the door is locked, and then when he knocks, she goes like, "Okay, he's a pastor. He'll get in." Turns to Elias. I'm told that my companion, well, not my companion, but my companion, let you know that we're here to guard the Aether. So I think we're on the same side. Sit tight, Elias, and here's a napkin.
Dabs. Roll an insight.
Natural 1.
Roll again.
4.
Oh, God. I am going to send you a message real quick.
Great. I was about to do something, but did I fall madly in love?
Madly in love. That's funny.
I sent you a message on Discord.
Ah. I was going to do something so funny.
You might still want to help him, but yeah.
Well, I was what I was going to do definitely wasn't help. She starts to get up, ponders, looks back at him, and says, "You know, with all of your skill in the business, it baffles me that I never thought to work with you before. I'm sorry for that." And she'll walk back toward the back of the train.
You can roll persuasion or deception, whatever you think that was.
Oof. Based on that insight, I think that's persuasion, 16.
Okay. He looks genuinely surprised.
Gets to the back of the train and says to Timberland and Asher, so I spoke with Elias, and he has something ticking in his briefcase, but I'm reasonably assured that he's actually on the side of protecting the Aether. He seems very concerned about it, so I think we're all good there.
But it's ticking.
Yeah. Asher, I don't work with machinery like you. You're going to need to clue me in on whatever it is.
The only good thing I've ever heard ticking is a clock. Anything else is not good.
Well, I presumed it was some sort of fancy watch.
In his suitcase.
Yes.
Handcuffed to his hand.
He probably has 10 or a dozen of them encrusted with jewels, which he's selling in New Horizon. This is our business. What am I missing?
He shouldn't be. It's only supposed to be us that knows about this. Anybody that knows, it's probably.
Yes, I understand. Lucy is. Well, I don't want to use the word loose. That's pejorative. But her lips. No, I can't do that either. Point is. Wow. More people than us on this train know about these.
Okay. Lucy's what? What Lucy?
The point is that more people than us on this train know about the Aether, and with the knocking that Lulu is doing up with the engineer, I think it's about to grow.
Did you hear all that, Steve, or no? Or did you have to equip a new cat?
I had to run outside really quickly to collect a cat, so I heard most of it.
Okay.
So Timberland knows the briefcase is ticking. Daphne's unconcerned.
This is going to be like... Tell you what, why don't you help AJP get to the engineer, because we know there's something up with the engineer.
Oh, AJP.
So he's probably in by now, but I'll go take a look.
Speaking of which, as you're knocking on there, you see a figure appear on the other side of the door. His head just kind of comes up to the Actually, the windows are a little bit low, so you see his full figure. You see a dwarf there with a big braided brown beard, somewhat young. He has his hair tied back, not slick, but just like all tied back. As he looks at you, kind of wide eyes. You don't get any like malice in his look or anything like that.
He's probably just surprised that there's anybody there.
And he looks at you and puts his hands up like, what?
I'm gonna, point. Oh no, I gotta get my hand. I'm gonna point down.
A priest.
Do I need to make a roll?
He will open the door and walk out to your door that's locked and speak through it and says, "What would you like?"
Well, I just want to talk with you, Master Dwarf. We've already had one incident with this train. Me and my compatriots have been brought on board to ensure the safety of the cargo in the rearmost car. So I just wanted to talk with you for a few moments and and of course, at this point in time, also, I'm going to spend my second magic channel slot to scan him.
Oh.
And see what he's thinking about when I'm, talking to him about all this stuff.
What's your safety?
I'll also make sure to mention we've also been given to understand that there may be a mole or a spy or turncoat in this operation. And
yeah. What's your save on your ability?
it just says a will. I think it's a will save. It doesn't give a number that I'm aware of.
What's the stat? It's probably going to be 8 plus 2 plus. Okay.
It's your spell cast. It's your spell save DC. So whatever, it's going to be 8 plus 2 plus. Sure.
Okay, my spell save DC is 13.
13. There 13.
You go. Ooh, it's close, but you hear in his mind he says, "Stay calm. I'm not supposed to know about that." And then he says out loud, "What cargo?"
Now, certainly you must have realized that the rear car has special equipment on it to make sure that the ride is particularly smooth. Now, as the engineer, since you're responsible for the safety of the passengers and cargo on this train, on any train that you are piloting, or driving, or whatever, you must have some idea that there must be something back there that requires extra care.
Let me see how bad he fibs his mind. He says, you hear him kind of freak out in his head. There's a pause in his speech. He freaks out in his head and goes, no, I gotta pay my debts. Oh God, I got a family. And he says out loud, perhaps you should go talk to the steward. And he turns around and quickly goes away. Like way too quickly, quicker than you think he should.
Stop it.
As he's turning around, I'll just say, well, have faith, my brother, Master Dwarf.
Ooh.
What?
Equip a cat.
I was going to say,
he doesn't do the shoulder thing, though.
Oh.
He's a young guy. He just likes to... But, anyway. Yeah, it's, whatever you said to him seemed to really freak him out. At this point, Lucy would be heading up towards the end of that conversation.
You mean Daphne?
Lucy, fuck Daphne. I am so bad with names.
So she's heading up to me? Okay.
As you turn around finishing, you see her arrive, stride past Elias without really a look, put her hands in her front pockets and say, how's it going, Aloysius?
Well, I
You need
did
it.
manage to talk with the engineer. He is plenty nervous, and I believe that somebody is holding some debts, significant debts over his head to ensure his cooperation in
I
the
see. Do we need to go hold
subterfuge.
something else over his head to ensure his cooperation with us, or are we all copacetic?
No, his cooperation with whoever is trying to take over this train for whatever reason.
Right. Do we need to go convince him otherwise?
Well, if you know how to get through these doors.
Oh, sure. Am I able to like kick the door to the carriage behind us closed so that other passengers like Elias don't have line of sight on me by the engineer's door?
Unfortunately, the door out of the passenger compartment is actually one that's locked, not the engine
I
door
see.
itself. You'd have to get
Got
through
it.
this one to
That's
even get
the
there.
double door situation. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But you can certainly try to hide it if you want somehow.
I will just stand right here, and and then I'll turn around and face the door, and right in front of me, try and jimmy the lock.
All right.
Well,
go ahead and
while
roll
he's
your.
doing that,
okay.
I'll be making some gestures that might be appropriate for a priest to make when blessing
Yeah.
somebody
Should I
else.
put up 2 Bibles or whatever books? Yeah.
You know what? Roll a performance real quick. You can even do it a wisdom-based performance. Yeah, because you're using your religiosity to do a performance.
That is a 12.
They get some attention. Probably not enough to give advantage, but that's okay.
I'm just trying to hide her.
We'll see. Lockpicking check?
Yep.
14.
14 is enough. This isn't a super complicated lock. As you get out your tools, you start messing with the tumblers. There's only like 3, and opens up.
Cool. She steps through, looks at the priest, and to him, but in case anyone's listening, says, "This way, priest, reverend, lord, title, like
Reverend Al.
minister."
No.
Depends what type.
I'm not sure what this is. A fancy
Cardinal.
word. What? Yeah.
Pope. Oh.
No.
Right this way, minister. The body language and tone implying like he has a right to be here. This is standard protocol.
Sure. No one in this
Much
compartment's going to
obliged,
stop you.
Yeah.
You head out into the little whatever you call the little space between cars.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily step over to the next one without having to worry about danger or anything. You see a wrought iron door to the engine that is currently closed. There's a latch on it. You can see into the engine a little bit, and you see that there is a dwarf that I explained earlier is in there. He seems to be looking at gauges. You see him go grab a bit of coal. Not coal. Sorry, this is the Aether train. You see him looking at certain pressure gauges and adjusting some dials and stuff. You also see at the far end, up on a ledge, you see a very small guy, halfling of some sort. He seems to be looking out a window on top of this thing, looking out front, just kind of paying attention. All you can kind of see is his button cheeks, button legs. I thought butt cheek, and then I said butt, and then I meant legs. But.
I thought you were saying button cheeks as if he had, sort of rosy red cheeks that look like buttons.
But yeah, he's up on a ledge, kind of laying up there, looking out a top window.
Daphne let Aloysius go in first.
I will just slip
the door opens. It's not locked. Go in there. The dwarf will hear you come in, and turn around and say, "Now you aren't supposed to be in here. What? Now, do you have business in here? You really shouldn't be in here. Should I get the steward? Where's the steward?"
Steward, dear, that's a pet peeve of mine, actually.
Well, unfortunately, whoever's playing me right now came from Kentucky, and they don't do that kind of crap. I say Dorf and Stewart. Go ahead. How Ulysses?
Are you?
How Ulysses?
Oh, okay. Now, Master Dwarf. There's no need to bring the steward in on this, but we have to have a very serious conversation with you. As I said, we are charged with guarding the cargo, which is in the last train, and I do believe that you know what that is.
The halfling
And
says,
I do believe that someone is applying some pressure to you to perhaps create some sort of subterfuge so that this train does not meet its destination.
the halfling up top, you hear him and you realize he's probably a young guy. He says, "So what's so special about the cargo in the back there?"
Oh, I didn't know he was foreign. I didn't know he was close enough to hear us.
Oh yeah, it's all in the same room. He
His button ears.
his button ears. He's got big bags under his ears. But yeah,
Butt and ears. Butt and ear.
he does have a butt in ears. The dwarf just looks nervous and says, "I'm sorry, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should get back in the cart. Maybe I should go get the steward." And he looks at the gauges. He realizes he can't really leave it alone. It's what are you getting at? What are you trying to?
I've been very plain. Now, I know in the world that we live in, many times financial issues can be used as leverage to cause people to do things that they might not otherwise do. So let me just assure you that if you perform your duties as you have been hired by the train company to do, and not some other outside force, those financial problems can be dealt with. And you do not have to darken your soul by being a traitorous person.
Roll persuasion. Possibly with advantage.
Phew. Take a D4 help die too from my human adaptive feature because that was a good speech.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let me see. Persuasion. Okay. And then a D. Where's my D4s? Yo, where my D4s at? There we go. Come here, you. Oh, baby. That is a 25 after bonuses.
25. Wow. You see him slump his shoulders, look completely defeated, and says, "I got many debts. I did some wrong ventures, gave wrong people my money. And this is supposed to pay them all off. All I have to do is make sure we stop at a certain blockage that's going to be on the road."
Do you know more about what this blockage is supposed to be?
Jerry, speaking up towards the halfling, you should be seeing some rocks on the road in about an hour. On the rail in about an hour.
I appreciate your candidness. She turns to Aloysius. But we can't very well barrel through rocks, so it seems like we're going to have to stop no matter what.
Well, I'm supposed to stop at a specific spot.
Could you stop somewhere a little more inconvenient for whoever hired you? Is that possible?
Oh, he was a weird one, all right. Skin
Yes, red skin, horns.
Yeah, red horn. Wait, what? Yeah. Anyway, he said stop at a certain point between the ravine, where they'd be on both sides. There's a little dip that I'm supposed to look for and try to stop the train right there.
Great.
I'm pretty
Don't
good
do
at steering a
that.
train.
Just don't do that part.
Well, I can't go through the rocks.
Right, we've covered this. Dear. She crouches down a little bit. Can you stop a little bit before? Or can you get right up to the rocks without crashing into them? Just somewhat a little more inconvenient for your discreet employer?
Sure.
Great.
I guess, but
Wonderful. Now, we're getting a payday for delivering this cargo. We'll cut you in on it, sweetheart, and then you and I can have a business discussion. And if you need to disappear, I can make that happen. Sound good?
roll a persuasion, and he's going to get, unless it's deception.
No,
Then
this
deception.
is persuasion.
Okay.
Well, okay. Can I reciprocate then? Because I'm a human. I should have that same. I should be able to loan her a D4 the same way that she loaned me a D4.
Save it.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't matter. This guy is extra gullible. He actually gets disadvantage on insights anyway.
Oh, well, then maybe I do want the D4.
Hey, if you need
Why,
it,
what'd you
go
get?
Uh,
for it.
That was a 5. 7.
Okay. He rolled a 4, but he seems extra gullible and just says, "Really? You'll pay for my debts? Oh, my missus is gonna be so happy. Oh, Lord, she just about killed me with that cast iron pan."
We'll talk.
He almost looks excited to get back to work.
Looks at Aloysius and does a little silent gesture.
Before we go, Aloysius is going to reach over, just lay his hand gently on his shoulders, and go, "Master Dwarf, I'm sure there is forgiveness for you at the end of this, and I will do everything within my power to make sure that you are made whole after this incident.
He
And I
nods
mean
at
whole
them.
as in complete, not whole as in a donut."
Important clarification.
Daphne smirks.
He gives a belly laugh to the tension that's in the air here, and is genuinely seems like he is in better spirits than he was when he came in.
Oh,
Good.
And then you hear I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
get your
are we
eyes
doing
on it,
something?
darling. Sweetheart is Lucy's thing.
The dwarf says, "You're too young to say that."
We'll head back to the very back train if Aloysius comes along. And as we're passing the sleeper cars, like without even looking, whichever one Lucy's in, Daphne will give a knock that from previous interaction means you're all good. You can wrap up whenever you want. And
I want to just do one little thing as we're
Sure.
going by the sweaty man, as we're going by Finch.
Elias.
Elias. I'm just gonna sort of
Elias
lean
Finch.
over. My voice suddenly changes. I'm going to go, "You're a nervous one, Mr. Finch."
Oh. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. I will assume all of you leave you leave a steward, unless you want to do anything special. You can leave him incapacitated for now in the little bedroom, the little bunk, and all meet back up.
Yeah, when Lucy hears the knock, she heads back towards the bar car where the sweaty Mr. Finch is.
And you are sorry, no, this is back. I I assumed when you said back, you meant back to where you're doing the lookouts.
Yeah, I was going to head back to the party to convey everything that happened and let Lucy know that she was good to, stay if she wants or leave if she doesn't.
So after you share all that information, the interaction with the engineer,
You cough?
about missing the mark for the ambush. She says, "So what are we going to do about this Mr. Finch?
Well, he
has a ticking suitcase, you say?"
Yes. It's most likely full of watches. What is the issue here?
Are you sure that's not a bomb?
Well, I don't see why it would be. That'd be a terribly unsafe thing to bring on a train.
You can roll another insight to see if you roll another natural one, because then
I'm
it's
trying to tell on her, Lucy.
see if you can keep it up.
It's a 10.
Okay, yeah, you start realizing, something's not right. Something is not adding up.
All right. Y'all need to follow me because there's about to be some ruckus with this Mr. Finch.
Uh-oh.
And just to make sure we're on the same page, there will be an ambush, and we'll hopefully be in a advantageous position to deal with it. Are we all reading that situation the same?
Are you guys back where I'm aware of the conversation, or where Asher and I are aware?
Yeah, this assume that everyone caught up with. You all went back to the cart you're looking out and caught each other up.
So when the train drops, we kind of have a drop on whoever's attacking us instead of the other way around. Is that the plan?
So we're stopping early? I didn't catch when we're stopping.
The only thing you said is maybe stop a little early. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad we don't have horses and we could ride a few out and attack them from behind.
There's some attached to the caboose, but they died long ago.
What?
I'm sorry. What the actual?
There are 4 dangling horses,
What?
wedding cans from the back of the train.
Is this National Lampoons where they tie the dog in the bumper and drive off? What
He's just masturbated on the back. 4 horses just getting dragged along and eliminated.
Jesus.
No wonder the wolves came for us.
Wow. Just wow.
Oh, God.
But yes.
What were you saying?
The whole party is updated on all the information that we have, and Daphne will nod to Lucy all right, if there's something.
If I could so Lucy's going to say to Daphne, if I can incapacitate Mr. Finch, can you open his briefcase?
Well, he was beginning to grow on me, but that may have just been the diamond-like glisten on his skin. Yes, I should be able to.
Okay.
I think we just need to knock him out, chop his hand off, and throw this suitcase out of here.
Funnily enough, Timberland, that was my plan before I realized he was on our side, but now I'm realizing that I was mistaken, so feel free to return to that plan.
Yeah, we could do it quiet. I'll just poke him with a little something, make him fall asleep, and then we can just easily get that briefcase right off his arm.
Right now?
Right now.
And I want to be clear, I'm not cutting the briefcase, I'm cutting off his hand.
That does seem safer, yes.
I think we're all interpreting that the case is magical, including the chain, right? So I'm of the impression that that's what's going to end up happening.
If there are other passengers in the same car as Mr. Finch, how are we going to distract them so that they do not see us removing this fellow's hand?
Only we had some kind of artist style, entertainer companion, maybe that's just designed to keep people distracted.
Yeah.
Only if. So,
and then
the plan is,
and then
Lucy's gonna shoot him, paralyze him, and then she's gonna go to the front of that car and start doing her thing, which is pole dancing.
Yeah, front or back, wherever most people will turn away from Elias. I think that's a great plan.
Yeah.
Right. Weirdly enough, there's these 2 poles in every car that you can hold on to. It's for safety reasons.
Elias has been sweaty. He could be sick, and he passes out, and we're going to take him somewhere.
Or that.
And, be operated on.
Was that a different cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go find a loot box in my apartment or something and break it open to see if I can get a cat, because they are everywhere tonight.
And you let my cats in. Distract your TV in the other room.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is everybody on the same page with this plan? Is anyone going to stay behind or do we trust the dwarf is going to be able to? I mean, shy of a random encounter at this point, I think this is a sound plan.
This isn't no
Roll for
game.
random encounter.
Lucy. There's no random encounters.
Okay, so Lucy heads into the car where Finch is.
I want to go along.
Okay. You go up a few cars. We'll say it's the second passenger car.
As she's walking by him, she shoots him with a dart.
Did I say first car? Oh, God, I'm so confused. I think I said first passenger car.
He keeps moving to be secretive, but we keep
I know.
finding him.
But it was the first passenger car. He was literally there when you were going through.
Are there other people in the car?
There are. You see two randos and Tilly, this halfling.
So he's in the same car, the one with the halfling, Tilly, and the two randoms. Okay. So Lucy's going to position herself where they hopefully don't see her shoot her slingshot at him, her dart. I need a DC 13 Constitution save from Mr. Finch.
All right. Roll a sleight of hand or stealth, either one.
Am I, or is Timbaland, or is anyone else with us able to help by going, whoa, that was a big bump, or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
It'd be more of a deception, I guess.
I rolled a 13 stealth.
And you want us to just do deception to see if we help?
Yeah. See if you can help.
9.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry. 12. Nope. 11. Math.
aren't you an accountant now?
I'm using a lot of charisma skills today, and I've got different modifiers.
Yeah, you go, whoa. And literally nothing happened. But 13, let me give a little bit of a roll here. The only one that's really gonna okay. Charisma, Constitution save, cock die again, god damn it. 8 plus Constitution, 9 total. 9.
So
That's
DC
exactly what
13.
happened.
So he becomes paralyzed.
Yeah, he's there leaning back. He's still leaning back. Continues to lean back.
Are any of the other passengers paying attention to him, or looking at even in our direction? Right. Well, Lucy's going to go in the direction, draw the attention away of the other passengers in this car.
Tilly turns to Daphne and goes, "Are you all right there? Maybe you should have one of these pies." And tries to give you like this little miniature pie that seems to have this, looks well crusted, a little cherry popping out the middle of it.
Now pie.
This is, without a doubt, one of the nicest things anyone has ever given me. Thank you.
It's so official.
Look, this is giving a performance.
What?
So Lucy starts by going to the front of the car or wherever the other passengers are, and she accidentally drops something and bends over all seductively to pick it up, and her skirt may or may not hike up, and then she grabs one of the poles and she starts doing like this little performance.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a performance.
Do you have like a little like a miniature version of like one of those record player things, like cranks, like a steampunk version?
A pocket phonograph.
Yeah, phonograph.
Music box.
Yeah.
What'd you roll for performance?
Would you like me to confirm the fail?
Yeah.
Guys.
We're rolling great.
I confirm the fail. I rolled 2 1s in a row.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, right when you drop something to pick something up, 2 things happen. One, you realize they're all women and they're probably not gay. And 2, there is now turbulence, a large bump, and you just fall flat down on the ground.
That's not embarrassing. Not at all.
Tilly goes, well, I think he needs a pie too.
Meanwhile, Mr. Finch is not moving.
Nope, Mr. Finch is just laying back in his seat.
Is
You
anybody
performed
grabbing
so
him?
badly that Tilly thought you were a man.
Pretty much.
I did say, hey, fuck. Yeah, I think she needs a pie.
Are these pies poison?
Mm.
I slip it into my bag.
So technically, the spell that I cast would mean that we're in an initiative. He gets to make a save at the end of each turn.
I would say one turn's gone by. Failed.
Okay. If we're going to do something while he's paralyzed, we should probably do it.
What are the
There's
rest of
other
you
people in the
doing?
car, right? Like, there's nothing we could really do surreptitiously because, like, they're going to see everything.
Yeah, there's
I could. Sit next
three
to him.
people. Yeah.
Sorry, I could sit
Go ahead.
next to him and try and sneakily pick the lock, but I don't want to stop our berserker from having his fun. If you want to make problems for us,
Just pretend he's sick and pull him out. Oh, you're sick. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
That was kind of what I was thinking, but that was what Steven was thinking, but Timberland is not smart enough for that.
we can let Aloysius
Oh.
care for him to pull him out, so that
Aloysius,
Timberland can have
yeah.
his fun.
Everyone's there for the most part.
I can help pull him out if you guys,
So what is Aloysius doing?
No.
You're going up there.
No,
and
just that. I'm gonna make a little bit of a show. I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder, Mr. Finch. Mr. Finch.
Doesn't respond.
Okay, sir?
he says,
That's right. And then I'm going to turn Asher. I think Mr. Finch here has caught the vapors, and we need to bring him. We should bring him
failed
back
again.
somewhere where he can rest, and then take him back to Lucy's.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, you lift him.
He's been sweating all the whole trip. He must have got something.
You lift him up by his shoulders.
What?
You lift him up by his shoulders,
dehydrated.
both of you. Timberland, you see him coming towards you. You get him through one cart. I'm going to go ahead and have him roll a save. Natural 7. Where are you taking him?
Somewhere where there's no one else.
Yeah,
You know,
take
the
him-
baggage cart is very far, but there's no one else. You got the individual bunk rooms that you could probably find a space there.
Yeah, we'll take him back to our sleeping car.
Okay, sleeping car, it would only be like 2 more cars away, I think.
Yeah, it'd be a lot
3 more
closer.
cars. It'd be the 3rd car from where you are.
Okay. And Asher's gonna watch for any kind of sign of awakeness and be ready to pull his gun out just in case.
Natural 8. You get him 1 more car. Roll an insight.
Who?
The 2 people holding him, Aloysius and Asher. Specifically Asher, because you said you were looking.
Where should you go?
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Aloysius, you start noticing he's starting to get some movement back. You're 1 car away right now.
Can you tell me? I rode really bad, so you're gonna have to tell me.
Yeah. Aloysius, you notice.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I have where did it go here? Because I am I have expertise in medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It says you master the physician's arts, and under that, I have a thing that I can use as an attack replacement called pressure. You attempt to apply pressure to a humanoid, make a wisdom check contested by the target's strength or dexterity. If your check succeeds, they are incapacitated until the end of their next turn. So it's sort of like a Vulcan neck
Oh,
pinch kind of thing.
wow.
That's cool.
I bet Steve feels really proud right now. Go
Acupressure.
ahead and yeah, go ahead and roll the the check.
And
Okay.
What type of check? Is it an opposed check, did you say? Or is
His
it
wisdom check versus his either strength or agility?
Aloysius
Athletics
medicine.
or acrobatics?
Yeah,
Athletics or
Aloysius
acrobat-
medicine
okay.
specifically versus athletics or acrobatics.
Correct.
he rolled
Although-
a 8 total.
Okay.
So you have to get over an
my
8.
Okay, well, it's going to be even.
You could
even
roll a
if I
natural one.
because even if I roll a natural 1, because my bonus is +8. So even if I roll a natural 1, I'm going to get a 9 and beat him. Well, let's see. No, I got a 19, so I end up with a 27. I'm just like,
so yes, he starts to come to, and you you give him the Vulcan neck pinch. You just invented it. You hit some pressure points. He tries to speak, and you say, "Hey, stop moving around that beat." No, he tries to speak, and you just you hit something in his throat, and he just and isn't able to actually speak or move. As you carry him one more cart into the sleeping quarters, you throw him in one of the doors there. I assume Timberland and everyone else is following right behind.
Aloysius, that was amazing.
Lucy's just still laying on the ground in bed.
You're still in the front cart, like shit.
Just like I'm just gonna nap here for a second.
Lucy, darling, it's okay. It happens to everyone.
All right.
It's 1 in 200 chance. No, 1 in 400 chance.
Yeah.
Well, let's disarm this man.
Yeah, he immediately goes, "What?
Let's not go to that extreme."
What are you doing? Unhand me.
Very
If you
well.
have
I'm gonna
about
pull my
on these two, it could happen.
What is Asher doing?
I'm gonna pull out my 2 guns and stick it in his nostrils. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, like I'll just like go. Shh.
You pig nose him.
Have you ever had your nose pierced by a 45 caliber Oliver?
It's like don't move. Shh. We need to
roll intimidation.
Open the suitcase.
Roll intimidation.
Based or charisma based. I can't remember.
This would be charisma based, but because you mentioned the suitcase, you would actually give you disadvantage here. But I'll give you a cancel out because you also have a bunch of people there. So just roll normally. Sorry, I had to think that out for a second. Roll normally.
Okay, 14.
14. He says, "Look, I don't know what you're doing, but sometimes just letting things happen is way safer."
And I'll just pull the chambers. Pull the hammer back.
Oh, the hammer back?
Are you sure it was good to just let things happen?
You see him look a little defeated, and he says, "Without this, I'm a dead man anyway."
What is it?
Do not despair. There may be hope for you yet if you do the right thing.
Yeah, I'm bad cop, you're good cop. Go for it.
And we're all here, right? We're all present for this at this point.
Yeah, you're all present.
So I'm going to pointedly be like kind of staring at the case, and I'm very much wielding my battle axe right now and just kind of like not juggling it, but just kind of like jostling it to call attention to it.
Can you get an intimidation check?
Yeah.
Not really trying to accomplish anything necessarily.
Sometimes stand over somebody with an axe will accomplish something.
Even if you get rid of the suitcase, I'm still going to be in big trouble. He looks at the axe. I'd rather keep my arm.
Mr. Finch, what's the word I'm looking for? What sort of business situation have you gotten yourself into?
Oh, it's the white one, isn't it? Yes, I got it right.
You can hear him.
Yeah.
He's so dramatic.
I look at my cat spots whenever I see your cat. I'll give you an actual persuasion here, only because you actually made a somewhat good impression on him earlier. That earlier roll you did.
Yeah, I did back when
you could roll well.
Yeah, 7. Why am I still rolling this die?
He says, just do what you're gonna do.
Great, Timberland.
So I'm going to gesture as if I'm going to cut off his arm. Does he like? Is there any reason at this point that we would try to cut the chain? Like it's like a handcuff to a chain to the case, right? So there's like I could cut that instead, right?
You could try. It's going to be a rough roll, but you could certainly try.
All right. Well, I'm going to attack it recklessly. I'm going to come down as if I'm going to take the arm, but I'm going to go for the chain instead. Oh,
go ahead and roll it. I'll say right now, this chain is extremely tough. You're going to need about let's call it a 20 to be able to.
No. You're talking about the attack roll, or the damage roll. Well, I can't do that with damage, but no. So it's going to hit it ineffectually then.
Yeah, it just hits it and bounces off. It didn't even chip it.
Timberland, you're better than this.
Taking the arm then? We don't want
to. Maybe you should try hitting the chain again.
Can you pick it, Daphne?
I suppose. Don't go anywhere, she says to Mr. Finch, and will attempt to. We'll do kind of what Timberland did. We'll pull out her tools and go to pick the briefcase. Any reaction from Elias?
Are you picking the briefcase or the handcuffs? Sorry.
The briefcase. Well,
okay.
I could just do the handcuffs. No, I'm going to go for the briefcase. As I go to do that, any reaction from him?
Only kind of a resigned laugh. I've tried that so many times already.
Shut up. And I'll try and open it.
Okie dokie. This one's a hard roll.
18.
Oh, so close. But no cigar. You realize this is a very complicated lock.
This is a very complicated lock.
Yeah.
Does anybody have inspiration kind of thing? No?
No guidance?
Lucy's still laying flat on her face.
That's right. Our bard is sad.
She's falling and she can't get up.
She's just given up on life.
I'm sorry. I have to take a break.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
No, eventually Lucy will get up and she'll go back to find out where her friends are.
You hear muffled
all the commotion coming from the cars.
Yeah.
She busted. Oh my, what's going on in here? He's awake.
So I guess I'll try to intimidate him again and just be like, we already know about Red. So you either help us now or you end up dying before Red gets here. Just you don't really have much choice here. Just tell us what's in the suitcase and what you know.
Yeah, roll a persuasion. It'll probably be the last one. If he doesn't get this, he's just given up on life and is going to go silent.
I did roll pretty good, but let's see. It's 16.
16. He says, look, he came to me, he came to my establishment, and he threatened me. He put this bomb on my arm. And
only you thought that.
And said that if my information was correct about the Aether, then he would give me the key. And he demanded that I show up on the train itself so that he can do just that.
I see. So you told him about the Aether on the train so that he could steal it, and as collateral, he attached a bomb to you so that if you were wrong, you blow up, and if you were right, then he frees you. Am I understanding everything correctly?
Yep, you got it right.
Wonderful. So mechanically, I can't try again on the lock, right? I've failed to
No,
gain energy on
it's
my skills.
you think maybe one of the tumblers is jammed. You think he might just be screwed now?
Why don't we just break this chain?
Right. So
Throw it
let's
out of
break the
here.
chain,
We don't need to.
throw it out.
Yeah.
Well, you saw what happened with the chain. It's a tough ass chain.
Okay,
The tough ass halfling.
Mr. Finch, do you want to feel it when we cut it off, or do you not want to feel it when we cut it off? Because I can make it where you don't feel it when we cut it off.
Well, how about we just let him take the Aether and I get to keep my hand?
No.
You know, life just isn't fair sometimes.
Oh, how many hit points would he lose? if
Life's
he
like
lost
a box
the
of
I've got all
briefcases.
kinds of healing stuff.
Sometimes you get a clock, sometimes you get a bomb, and you just lose your hand. It's
It wouldn't be a hit point thing. I mean, he's not going to die if he gets treatment immediately, but he's
Would you like me to administer some anesthesia first, or do you want to just go for it?
Who's holding him?
I kind
The
of
5 bodies between him and the door and 2 guns up his nose.
He's going to try anyway. You don't have to roll. He's going to fail. He starts yelling, "Help!"
do it, Lucy. Put him to sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna stick the barrel down his throat.
another con save.
Ooh, 17 on the die. Which is 17 for him.
Apparently, he really wants to live.
Oh my
Made the
god!
save.
I just
I think
boom, pistol whip him in the head.
Sure, roll an attack.
Okay. Would it be Dex bonus or Strength bonus? Probably Strength, right?
Probably strength.
17.
You hit him. Do non-lethal damage.
How much would that be?
I don't know. Let's just call it a D6 plus strength bonus, and then it's you can say it's double because he's being held down and stuff.
Double the whole damage?
Yeah,
Okay, so 12 points in.
12 points. He reels back a little bit. You can just do it again if you want, and
I'll do that and go, go to sleep.
he'll knock him out eventually.
I can nerve pinch him again.
Oops.
You heard, "Help! Help!"
All right. Do it, Timberland.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for it again. Do you want me to roll, or is it just going to be a success?
What are you going for?
Basically, at this point, I'm just going to go for. I assume it's like attached at his wrist, so I'm going to go for somewhere
Yep.
in the forearm, right?
Oh, you don't have to roll for it. You go in and thwack right through, comes right off. And
There a window in this sleeper car?
there is.
I open the window.
Get rid of that hand.
Okay.
I pick up the briefcase in the hand.
No, keep
Before
the
you throw
hand.
it out, before you throw out the briefcase, has there been any indication that like the timer is speeding up, or is it just the same cadence it was before?
Roll an intelligence-based perception or investigation. Yeah, investigation.
-1.
Anyone can do it. I mean, it's not complicated. You rolled a what?
Yeah, all right, so 19.
19. Wow. You listen. You like put it up to your ear. No, it's not getting faster or anything like that.
Okay, so there's no way to tell if there's like actually like a timer, there's no way to tell externally if it's time.
Either you can't tell or it's a slow timer.
Then yeah, let him throw it out. Get rid of it.
But keep his hand. Keep his hand.
Well, Aloysius, you should have said that before I threw it. Oh, no, look, it fell out of the handcuff. Here it is.
So for the
Okay.
sake of trying to prevent
He's just
him
bleeding
from
out, by the
bleeding
way, right
out,
now.
no, well, that's what I'm saying. For the sake of preventing that from happening, I'll step in and I'll do a medicine check, like put a tourniquet on his arm
Okay.
so he stops bleeding out.
Go ahead and roll the medicine check. Natural 1? Is it? Oh, a 2. Okay, well. Lucy starts trying to apply a tourniquet and it doesn't look like she's getting the vein or anything. It looks pretty bad. You see it squirting out a little more.
Okay, I have one of my psionicist talents or abilities here is minor revitalization. I can touch him and cause him to spend one of his hit dice. So I'm going to put the hand back on as best I can. Put my hands around where the wound is, and use this ability to cause him to expend a hit die in the hopes of.
Wait a minute, time out. You're that kind of priest? You've been that kind of priest all along? I thought you just stab things.
Take them apart, put them together.
That is an unfortunate necessity of life, Sister Lucy.
I would say this is still going to be a medical roll for you to see if you can use your abilities to reattach a hand.
Okay.
It'd be funny if he reattaches it like wrong way.
Backwards.
To be fair, if anybody's going to
Let me hold on to this. What was that, Steve?
Expertise +8, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yep.
He now has this.
Yep. It's a 20 after bonuses.
Oh wow. Yep. You're able to do it. He uses one of his hit die. You hold it there for a while, and you all see before your all's eyes as he's focusing on it with his staring at it, holding together just right. You see the skin actually knit together slightly.
I'll be.
Praise be.
I'll give him a little something for the pain.
He doesn't feel anything right now.
Yeah.
Any complaints if I go let the good sheriff know about our ambush situation?
You hear a knock at the door. Tuk, 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 tuk.
Oh, well, speak of the devil.
Now, what is going on in there? You hear the steward.
Not him. What's my name? Daphne will do the quick step out, slide the door closed behind her. Can I help you?
Now, I heard some calling for help, maybe? And then there was like a thud noise, then a second thud noise.
My good steward, he got help.
Roll deception, I guess. I mean, it's true, but it's also deceiving.
17.
Oh.
No, I'm good at this one. 19. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, all right. I'm glad he got help. Train rides do some weird things to people sometime. I've seen all sorts now.
Looks at his tousled hair, his tie askew. Looks like he got some help too.
Right as she says that, Lucy's going to come out. Oh, there you are, darling. Did you take a nap?
Yes, and I got to get back to work, so I'm gonna. He looks extra ruffled now that you've showed up, and I'm just gonna head right down that way, and see what's going on. Somebody needs something, I'm sure. And he walks off.
High five with Lucy.
All right, let's get Colton aware of this and secure this dude.
Dashing fellow, yes, let's.
And let's get prepared for that ambush.
You're right.
Yeah. I fear Steven might have been right about the
no combat
stuff. Yeah.
Now, if we had sorted this all out, we could have went and got the jetpack, flew the explosives over to the rocks. Had Red used
some indication that we could know when the bomb was going to go off.
Right.
I'm a dumbass halfling, so
Right.
That is a good idea.
Well,
you would know. You would be able to put together that it would have went off way after the encounter, right? Most likely.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what would be the point of delivering a key?
Right.
Right. And not having to tear the train in half seemed like a better plan. But I like the jetpack idea, drop it on the bad guys.
Well, I was also thinking, if we encounter Red, we just, put the bomb in the case that currently has the ether and just seal it and, let him take the bomb instead.
Oh, yeah.
And just turn that into a
But again,
nuke.
it's not a Timbaland plan because Timbaland is a dumbass bitch.
He might
I think
think
we
of big
would've-
explosion. I don't know.
Yeah, that may have changed from ripping the train.
Way too many steps.
Yeah.
If we get past one step, he's out.
Timberland's like, we need someone to sacrifice themselves to hit it so it explodes.
That's what I should have done.
But yeah, you inform Colton. He seems interested. He kind of nods his head like that actually makes sense. He'll inform you that Elias is well informed with the mining consortium, and that he would probably know about the shipment to some degree. That's probably why he knew about that information and why Red probably went to him. The mention of Red gets him excited. He actively looks more attentive, more engaged, and he says,
You're going to have your revenge.
Yes, let's set something up to kill that man. Whatever it takes. Too bad you didn't keep the bomb. We could have put it in the Aether and had it blow up on.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, we can look at the train. Maybe it got caught on something, sticking out on one of the cars, and it's just rattling against the side.
Also, we know that the dwarf back in the storage car has some grenades. He might be willing to let us use those, knowing that there's an ambush about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me talk to Grom. I'm pretty sure I could get him to hand us some stuff for this if he knows it's Red. And
I could make good use of one of his pistols.
Jetpack.
He will take you to the back. That guy going to be out for a while. Colton goes up and checks on him, hits him on the head, make sure. Yeah, he's out for a while. Then goes to the back with to where Grom is. You open up and Grom is observing the Aether, but otherwise seems to be relaxing. He goes back and forth. Grom doesn't really want to at first, but Colton says, that Red's killed people that you know too, don't you lie. And is able to convince them to hand you some stuff. So you all get to pick what you want. Once I find the list of them.
I want the pistol. The magic pistol.
There is a revolver, goggles, a jetpack. Isn't anyone contesting the jetpack?
No.
Otherwise, it can go to Timberland. It's basically like Boots of Flying.
What's the goggles about?
The goggles give you advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. There is a empowered bullet of returning that he has.
Oh, what's that?
It does an extra D6 damage, poison, and it will eventually return to you. Though you'd have to reload, so it takes time to get it back in your gun. But it's there's that one. There is a revolver plus one weapon. There is a there is a Aether crystal grenade. There's multiple. Mechanical arm enhancement basically gives you prototype mechanical arm enhancement. Grom will actually say, I haven't quite finished this one, but if one of you want to try using it, I'm all for it. They set your strength to 19 while worn. When doing something that uses strength, if you roll a 1, they explode. There's a cloak, which is Cloak of Elvenkind, probably not useful here. Cool. And there is a wait, how the hell did I justify this one? Ignore that one. And then there is a pocket watch.
There's something, but just kidding.
It's a Gatling gun.
Yeah. There is a watch that can once you activate it, it gives you haste once daily.
Oh. I'll take the watch or the cloak of elven kind. More likely the cloak, because I think someone else might benefit from haste more.
I actually call it a dust cloak because it literally looks like dust.
Oh. Less
Cloak of dust
fitting.
kind.
Dust kind, yeah.
I'll take the revolver +1 for sure.
Okay.
Who's our perceptive person? Who's the one who is always... Is that Aloysius?
I have training and perception and stuff. I got a special boon too. I'm not sure how it works exactly yet, but
Maybe you should take the goggles. Give you some perception checks.
I can.
Someone can roll persuasion if you want to try to get more than one per person.
Oh, is there only just enough for one per person?
Yeah. That's what he was willing to give.
I'll try and persuade. Oh, I got a +3. Lucy might be better.
He's still pissed at me for giving his gun away. And now it's right
That's
back
true.
to the person he gave it to begin with.
Yeah. Lucy, we get disadvantage.
18.
18's pretty good. Yeah. You can get you can get the goggles to Asher as well if you want. Aether infused goggles.
I'll take a grenade.
Okay, actually you can take 3.
I'll take 3 grenades.
They do 3d6 force damage in a 20-foot radius.
Jeez.
DC what? 14.
I didn't put a DC. Let me go look at the item I tailored it after, but that sounds about right.
The Unbound Realms standard would be a DC 14 for a consumable. So
Okay, then 14 sounds good. The thing I was tailoring after is 15, so 14 is good actually, because these are not supposed to be as powerful as the thing I tailored it after.
Say that one more time. So the DC on that is what?
14.
DC 14 probably reflex if I had to guess.
Yeah, reflex. Acid reflex save. What about Daphne? Daphne's getting the dust cloak, you said, or did you want something different?
I'll take the dust cloak. Yeah,
Okay.
that fits an operative.
And then Ailicious, that leaves you either the haste once per day, the gauntlets that give you 19 strength, or the bullet of returning. But I'm guessing you don't care about that too much.
Yeah, I don't care about the bullet because I don't have a gun. I'm thinking that can I get both the arm enhancements and the haste?
You can certainly roll for it. Try persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, let's see what I get. Well, that's a 10.
Nah. He says, I
But
can't
I
even know if you're
got an
destroying
18.
all my crap. What's that?
So, but I got an 18.
Oh, but you already did it once.
Yeah, to let him
Okay,
give
I'll
people
just-
more
I'll
than
just-
one Pruitt.
I'll take
Roll again. Do it with disadvantage.
Who, me?
No. Call it.
Well, one's a natural 20, but the other is 12 total.
Oh, well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he doesn't
sorry.
want to give up he doesn't want all his stuff to break. Which one did you say, Chaz?
I will take the haste. You said it's a watch?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the watch and just try not to get into any contests of strength.
All right. No one wants the explodable mechanical arm enhancement. I guess that's
Well, I mean, you have to roll a 1 on a contest of strength, so I don't think they're that dangerous. But I'm hoping that I can do more near the end of the battle with a haste spell.
Yeah. Well, haste also lasts 10 rounds. Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah. Alrighty. With that, Colton says, all right, I guess we're about ready. The jetpack last, what is it?
Is it an SW5e jetpack?
It's like wing boots, basically.
Got like 2 hours then.
Yeah, they last quite a long time. 2 hours of flying. And then you have to refill the Aether.
Speed, or is it just me? Whatever my speed is.
A rate of 30 feet per round.
30. Okay.
No, actually, sorry. It says you have fly speed equal to your walking speed. So whatever that is.
It's 35.
There you go.
Well, I'm a fast little shit.
If you turn it off, you just send wing boots. If you stop using wing boots, you just send at 30 feet. But this, if you turn it off, you just go obviously. But yeah,
Wonderful.
you do notice that you put it on and it has like a when you turn it on, it just kind of keeps you at the level you are. You can turn it up to go higher if you want, and so it just kind of combats gravity as needed, and then you're able to turn your body to make it go different directions if you want. But because it's like that, you'll have to practice with it for a bit, but it's you can have both hands free when using it. Yeah, I think we're a little late to start a combat that you all are about to get into. So, do we want to call it here?
Sure.
Do a third session then?
If you're okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think doing a third session, combat encounter, and then we could do a wrap up and talk about the system, I guess, if you guys are interested.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I would apologize for doing a bunch of roleplay to get to the combat we knew was coming, but it was fun roleplay, and we did use features.
Yeah. And you actually got a huge advantage by doing it. So
Yeah. All right. Well,
that read mine though. Holy crap.
It's nice. All right. Well, that's another episode of Genre Play as we go through Unbound Realms. And don't forget, I don't know if you can go here.
Do you have a link? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
To go check out the game.
Buyer Games.
Not sure exact timing of when this will air. Kickstarter might be.
Go follow the Kickstarter. If it's not even started, you can go and follow it. And
yeah, no matter
by
what.
the time this is launched, the Kickstarter will be live. So
All right.
Oh, okay.
Go there.
but next Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, and of course that's the name of the game right there. Is Unbound Realms. So.
Unbound Realms.
All right, and if you like this, besides of course supporting Kickstarter, also like this episode and go ahead and comment and let us know
if you made it this far too. By the way, Unbound Realms, by the way, is not for Wild West. It's for any system. We forgot to mention at the beginning. It's a world setting agnostic system, so you can use it for whatever you want. We just happen to be using it for Wild West.
Yep.
And it hasn't had any friction with that, so it's nice.
Yep. It's a good toolkit to build whatever you want pretty much at this stage. So. Yeah. But it's familiar with 5e. If everybody knows 5e.
Yeah.
It's the foundation.
And if you know Star Wars 5e, it's even better.
Yes. All right. Well, please be sure to like, subscribe, and check out the Kickstarter. And that's it for this episode. We'll be back for episode 3 next time for Genre Play. And until then, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
When the dice roll high, we touch the sky. But when they crash, it's a barely land.